I want to welcome you guys, and first off, I want to start off by sharing with you the story of the pipeline and what it really means to me and my family and what doTERRA has really done for us. Long time ago, there was a man in a village, and every single day in this village, this man would strap a wooden rod across his back and put 2 buckets on the end of it. And he would walk down a few miles to where the fresh water source was for his village, and he would walk back a few miles back to his village. And when he would get there, he would sell the bucket of fresh water that he brought back to his village. And because water is a commodity we all need, he was able to sell those buckets of water every single time. If he wanted more money, all he had to do was make more trips back and forth. But one day, he got an idea. He thought, what if instead of working so hard to sell these buckets of water, I started building myself a pipeline from this clean water source? And at first, not everyone understood why he would do that, because he was making great money. He was doing good with what he had, but he was missing still a few things in his life. So what he did is that he hauled just enough buckets of water to provide for him and his family, and he started building this pipeline. And after a few years, that pipeline eventually got to the village, and he was able to turn it on, and it was fresher, and it was cleaner, and he had water on tap to sell to the people as much as he wanted. Now, the reason why the story has always stood out so much to me and my husband is because we've always looked at it that way with doTERRA, and maybe you felt this way in your life, that you just keep trading your time for dollars. That maybe you felt this way before, that there are physically no more hours a day that you can be working, and you feel like you've hit this ceiling, whether it's with time or money or just emotional health. You feel like you can't get any further. This whole idea of a pipeline really came to life to me and my husband when we had our 3rd child. So I was pregnant, and unexpectedly, in the parking lot of all places that it could happen, my water broke. And I'm not gonna lie, at first I just thought I had wet myself, but it wasn't. So I put my 3-year-old back in the car in the middle of the mall parking lot, and we headed home, and sure enough, my water had broken. So we had to be checked in early. Now, this was a month before his due date, and this was on November 30th. So when he was born, they had to whisk him away quick because his lungs, they hadn't fully formed because he came a month early. I don't mean to cry, it's so silly. And so you can only imagine, we're now into the 1st of December. Me and my husband are pretty much living at the hospital, and we knew everything was going to be okay. We were in great hands, and we were so grateful for that. But it was the 1st of December, and we were there for almost 2 weeks. So by the time we finally got out, had to go home, take care of our other 2 kids that had been passed off to people, and trying to get adjusted to now being a family of 5 was really hard. My husband's in sales, and I had been doing doTERRA for a few years before this had happened. And right after we had gotten home, it was Christmas. So needless to say, we didn't do much working that month. There weren't much sales to be had. My husband didn't sell many cars that month. But the part that was the most amazing for us is that it's the first time ever in our business that our team hit over $1 million in sales. We weren't around. We couldn't have been around. We were dealing with our own family's little crisis at that moment. But the fact that we had built this pipeline, the fact that when we needed it, it was there for us. And we didn't have to worry about finances that month or the huge hospital bill we knew we were about to get from having a baby in the NICU. And that is the difference. And that is when I talk about hauling buckets opposed to building a pipeline. That's what doTERRA has now done for me and my family. I think it's worth the chance to just take a look at it and to just see maybe what else is out there. Every single week, I set aside certain times throughout the week to talk to people. Now that you've heard my story, I want to hear your story. How this could maybe change your life and how maybe this could fit into it. And let's see if this would be a fit for you. Feel free to email me, hello@joelhinton.com, and don't forget to leave your phone number. That way I can get a hold of you and we can set up a time that maybe we can talk a little bit more about it.